Like to give all praises and glory and honor to. So I can make sure everything is right. Shalom. Like to give all praises and glory and honor to. Say Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Barakash. In the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. His only begotten Son, but Hashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names to the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash Tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. Out here again on the highways and heads to the Chief Basic Concourse on this Sunday morning, June the 2nd, 2024. And the Water Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for giving us an increasing opportunity chance to come out here to do so. Out here on the highways and hedges to the Chief Basic Concourse. Lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahushua and Barak Thumb to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is the book of 2nd Edras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I had told before. Right, so we're going to continue to be in the spirit of measuring the time diligently in itself, sounding alarm, blowing trumpet now so more than ever. You know, Joel 2 and verse 1, Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, and many more scriptures to reference that, you know. That's why we're going to continue to have that increasing spiritual discernment and measuring the times, what times that we're living in, you know. 2nd Edras, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand it is at very same time when the highest, which is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to continually, increasingly more and more visit this earth now, so more than ever. 2nd Edras, chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes, uproars in people the world, right, increasing earthquakes, increasing uproars in people the world. 2nd Edras, chapter 9, verse 4. It says, then thou shalt understand that the Most High Yahweh spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, we'll take heed to it, you know, because we're going to see more of these increasing biblical signs, more of these prophecies that's about to be fulfilled. We're definitely living in those times. And these are the signs that Heavenly Father told us to look out for. And these are the very important signs that he spoke of, you know, from the ancient times, all that to modern times as well, too. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5, like all that is made in the world had a beginning and it was manifested. Right, it's been manifested with biblical signs and prophecies that's about to be fulfilled come to pass. So we definitely are in those times. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. It says, even so the times also the highest, which Yahweh had plain beginning, and wonder and powerful works and any effects and signs. Right, powerful works and any effects and signs that we're going to be seeing from the Heavenly Father these times. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so the times also the highest had plain beginning and wonder and powerful works and any effects and signs. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith we have believed. 2nd Ezra 9, verse 8. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then they shall be in purification which they have used not ways, right the ways of the Heavenly Father, while they have cast away despitefully still to this day, shall dwell in torment. 2nd Ezra 9, verse 10. For such as in that night they have received benefits they have not known. Verse 11. And they that have loathed my law, and lost God's commandments, the ways of the Heavenly Father, while they have yet living, as a place which repentance as a place of repentance was open unto them, but to study not to despise Christ to this day. 2nd Ezra 9, verse 12, the same must go after death by pain. Verse 13, therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly should be punished, but inquire how the righteous should be saved, for whom the word is, for whom the word is created. This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou of the ears of my people, by the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, Zion to Zion. Behold, speak thou of the ears of my people, the words of prophecies. Right, and that's what us being service of prophets, speaking the words of prophecies to the children of Israel, you know, whether they hear or whether they forget. What I put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh. Right, so these righteous words and the words of prophecies that the Heavenly Father put the words in our mouth as being his service of prophets, us Israelites. Let's read that one more time. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou of the ears of my people the words of prophecies, which I put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh. Verse 2, cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 3, and fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful should be I eat and our unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, the increasing of the swords, famines, death, and destruction, and it's only going to continue to increase worldwide, which we're seeing right now, and it's only going to increase more these times, you know. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the works are fulfilled. Right, so much iniquity, lawlessness, Sin is ramping up at an all-time high, and it's only going to continue to increase these times. Second Edges 15 and verse 8. It says, "And I will hold my tongue no more as they touching that wickedness, which they profane and commit. Neither I will suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cry out to me, and the souls of the just complain continues." Right? Servants and prophets seek the ways of righteousness. The just complain continuously, which is now Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. This is Second Edges 15, verse 9. "Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will show you avenged, and I will see you unto me, and I will see you unto me all the days of your life." Second Edges 15, verse 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Right, because this is modern day spiritual Egypt, just like ancient Egypt. Second Edges 15, verse 11. "But I will bring them out with a mighty hand, and they stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And I will destroy all the lands thereof." Right, Malachi, the 4th chapter. But this is modern day Egypt. This is modern day Babylon. This is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Especially this African lifestyle month, especially throughout the whole month of June. This is Second Edges 15 verse 12. It said, "Egypt should mourn, and the foundation should be smitten, but the plagues and punishment that Yahweh should bring upon it." Second Edges 15 verse 13. "They that took the ground should mourn, for the sea should fail through the blasting and the hail, and with the fifth constellation." Second Edges 15 verse 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Second Edges 15 verse 15. "For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, one people should stand up and fight against another with swords and hands," which we're seeing worldwide, and it's only going to continue to increase. You're going to see that more and more and more these times. This is Second Edges 15 verse 16. "But there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions should stand in their power." Right, that's what we're seeing. Citizens rising up against one another worldwide. You're going to see the citizens rising up against their leaders in power as well too, which we're seeing not just only in one place. We're seeing that worldwide as of late, and that's only going to continue to increase. Second Edges 15 verse 17. It says, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able to." Right, so a man should desire to go into a city, he should not be able to. Due to the times that we're about to enter into, the time of Jacob trouble, the great tribulation, the perilous times, the great insurrection. These are just prime examples that we're going to be seeing occurring in these times. So a man should desire to go into a city, he should not be able to. If you don't have that RFID or the CHIP, he won't be able to buy or sell, to make transactions, to go to certain places that he wants to go, to escape to the current place that he's in, trying to go to a different place. So these are just prime examples that we're going to be seeing in these times of the signs of the times that we're in. A man should desire to go into a city, should not be able to. These are the times that we're about to approach. This is Second Edges 15 verse 18. "For because of their pride," right? Proverbs 16 verse 18. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Second Edges 15 verse 19. "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor," which we're seeing right now. "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation." Right, because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. You're going to see this occur more and more and more these times. Like it says in Isaiah 19 verse 1 to verse 2. Because I'm going to bring that out as well too. Because this is modern day. This is modern day spiritual Egypt. This is Isaiah 19 verse 1. It says that Isaiah 19 verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh riding upon a swift cloud shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved in his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." Isaiah 19 verse 2. "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against the brother, everyone against the brother, everyone against the neighbor, the city, So the modern day Egyptians, their modern day Egyptians, we're going to be seeing that these are modern day times. That's why we're going to see so much iniquity, lawlessness, spiritual realm of vengeance, and love and hatred. That's what we're going to see more and more. Bring out that Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. "To everything there is a season and a time and every purpose under heaven." Right, for there is a time to seasons and every purpose under heaven. Especially we seeing the increase of wars, evils, and the pestilence, and it's only going to increase. And that's what we're seeing in these modern day times of the signs of the times. For every season, there is a purpose under heaven. It's a lot. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 2. It says, "In a time to be born, in a time to be I.E., in a time to plant, in a time to pluck up their witches planted." Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 3. "In a time to KILL." That's why so much iniquity, lawlessness is ramping up. Vengeful spirits is stirring up. Like it says, Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14. Even if it's comes into secret, whether it be good, whether it be evil. But that's the balance of the Heavenly Father. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 3. Any time to kill, any time to heal, any time to break down, any time to build up. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 4. Any time to weep, any time to laugh, any time to mourn, any time to dance. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 5 reads through the Holy Scriptures. It says, any time to cast away stones, any time to gather stones together, any time to embrace, any time to refrain from embrace. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 6. Any time to friend, any time to soul, any time to stop, any time it says any time to keep, any time to pass away. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 7. Any time to friend, any time to soul, any time to decide, any time to speak. Right, so we are in increasing stages of speaking of these increasing prophecies. It sounds going up now, so we'll never prophesy against great countries and great kingdoms of the world, even pessimists. So we're in a time of speaking of prophecies, occupying prophecies. So we're going to continue to see that more and more continue to these modern day times, other signs of times that we're in. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. Any time to love, any time to HAT, any time to war, any time to peace. Correct. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 8. Any time to love, any time to HAT, any time to war, any time to peace. Right, so we're living in the increasing, we're living in the increasing times of the WAR and the HATE as well too, because everything's a balance, like I mentioned before. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says the thing that had been is that what shall be done, and what shall be done, there's no new thing under the sun. Right, so there's no new thing under the sun, just like our great forefathers they was prophesying, during their times, they during the time of modern day ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, uh, ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. So these are modern day times as well too. That's what we're seeing. So it makes perfect sense because there's no new thing under the sun. But this is modern day Egypt, modern day Tower of Babel, modern day Babylon, modern days of Noah, modern days of Lot. So there's no new thing under the sun. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, is there anything wherefore it may be said, is this new? It had been already full time as well as before us. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 11. Is there any no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that ought to know, those that should come after. This is Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower, and I will watch to see what I shall say unto thee, what I shall answer after the book. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 2. It says, the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the table, that he may run and read it, right? Thus he that readeth it. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end shall speak, not lie, tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. Right, so it will not tarry. These prophecies that's about to be fulfilled to come to pass. So we definitely are in those times. We see those increasing signs of that. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. This is Daniel 12 verse 1. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of our people, right? Judah and Jerusalem, Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble since there never was a nation. It says, even to the sign that same time, and thy people should be delivered, and everyone should be found written in the book, right? That's like Jeremiah James 12 verse 2. It says, many an everlasting king, the rest of the earth shall be awakened unto everlasting life, and unashamed everlasting contempt. This is James 12 verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the earth, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars of heaven never. This is the prophet James 12 verse 4. Thou, O James, shall be words and seal the book, even to the stars of heaven. Many shall run to the Lord, and knowledge shall increase. Right, so many shall run to the Lord, and knowledge shall increase. As I brought up, Daniel 12 verse 1 verse 4. So like the archangel will have to stand up for the children of our people, like he did in ancient times. It's going to see some modern day times as well too. So it's going to be a troubling time like that before, even since that wasn't a nation was created. It's that Jeremiah. Our great forefather Jeremiah. This is prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 1. It says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh saying, prophet Jeremiah 1 verse 2. Thus speak the words of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, saying, write all these words that I have spoken unto you in a book. Prophet Jeremiah 1 verse 3. For behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause them to return to the land which I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. So that shows you an indicator right there. The Heavenly Father only dealing with the children of Israel, like it says in the book of Amos, the third chapter. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. That especially the first verse of third chapter, verse 1. That brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, because our ancestors and forefathers was in Egypt, ancient Egypt during those times. So that shows you that He's only in the midst of the Israelites, like it says in Joel 2 and verse 27. And many more reference scriptures to that very important matter. This is Jeremiah 30 verse 3. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh, and I will cause them to turn to the land and get to their fathers, and they shall possess it. The prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 4. These are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Jeremiah 30 verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling and fear in our peace. Verse 6, ask ye now, see whether a man does travail with child, wherefore do I see every man his hands and his loins, as a woman in travail, and all the faces are turned to pillars. Prophet Jeremiah 30 verse 7, it says, at last for that day is great, and so none is like it. It is even in time of Jacob's trouble, and he shall be saved out of it. I'm gonna rock side that will be saved after, during the time of Jacob's trouble, once it comes into full effect, because we seeing, signs of it, but it's gonna come into all out full effect. I don't want to rock side that we can save out of it. The children of Israel, other respective 12 tribes of Israel, from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, men, women, and children. I don't want to rock side. Now let's get into that Jeremiah 51 verse 1. This is of the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 1. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me at the swirling wind. Jeremiah 51 verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon famine, that shall fan her shall enter your land, for the day of trouble shall be against her round about. So we're gonna continue to be in the spirit of chanting down modern day Babylon the Great. Especially this modern day Babylonian system, or what it promotes, evilness, wickedness, unrighteous decrees, even still to this day. Jeremiah 51 verse 3. It says, against him that bendeth left the marchman is old, against him that lifted himself up in his right. Spare ye not her young man, destroy ye under all her hopes. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 4. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans that are thrust over the streets. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, and the Lord has not forsaken. Though that land is filled, save that is the Holy One of Israel. Jeremiah 51 verse 6. Leave not Christ in Babylon, deliver every man his soul, and not cut off the Lord iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh, house enemies, he will render unto her a recompense. Right above Babylon the Great. Jeremiah 51 verse 7. It says, Babylon has been taken up in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunk. The nations have drunk the whole wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, because this is like I mentioned before, modern day spiritually Tower of Babel, modern day spiritually Babylon. Because the nation's been drunken off the ways of Babylon, and now we're starting to see slowly but surely, increasingly. Now we're starting to see the nations that are angry and mad at modern day Babylon and what it promotes, unrighteous decrees, like it says in Isaiah 10 verse 1. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. I've heard take off her pain, if so that she may be healed. Right, there's no heaven for modern day Babylon. Jeremiah 51 verse 9 would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsaking her, let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgments reach up into heavens, and is lifted up even to the sky. Right, still to this day. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 10. It says, the Lord Yahweh has brought forth my righteousness. Come and let us declare in sight to Zion, and the works of the Lord Yahweh thy God. Jeremiah 51 verse 11. It says, make bright the arrows and gather the shields. Right, those arrows, those missiles. Make bright the arrows and gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh has raised. Raise up the spirit of kings and beasts, which is the Russians. So Isaiah 13 verse 17. For his device against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the midst of the Lord Yahweh and the midst of his temple. Right, the temple are his people, the Israelites. So Heavenly Father's going to bring modern day visions against Babylon, this modern day Babylonian system, what promotes evilness, wickedness, and unrighteous decrees, even still to this day. That scripture says there's no good thing under the sun. Jeremiah 51 verse 12, it says, set up a stand upon the walls of Babylon, make watchmen, set up a watchman, prepare the ambushers for the Lord Yahweh had both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. right? Especially the modern day inhabitants of Babylon. Jeremiah 51 verse 13. All thou the well upon the waters and upon the treasures, thy end is come in the measure of thy covetousness. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 14. The Lord Yahweh of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as was caterpillar. They shall lift up a shout against thee. Verse 15. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom. He hath stretched out the heavens by his understanding. Jeremiah 51 verse 16. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning with rain. He bringeth forth the winds out of his treasure. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 17 is that every man is rich by his knowledge, every founder is founded by the graven image. For his molten image is falsehood, there is no breath in it. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 18, they are vanity and the works of Edward, in the time their vegetation that shall perish. Verse 19, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the form of all things. Host is his name. Prophet Jeremiah 51 and verse 20, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Jeremiah 51 verse 21, and with thee I will break in pieces the horse and his rider, with thee I will break in pieces the chariot and his rider. Verse 22, and I will also break in pieces man and woman, with thee I will break in pieces of the young, with thee I will break in pieces of the young man and the maid. Verse 23, and I will also break in pieces the shepherd and his flock, with thee I will break in pieces the husband and his yokes of oxen, and with thee I will break in pieces captives of women. Jeremiah 51 verse 24, I will render unto Babylon all that the inhabitants of Chaldea, all that evil that they have done in Zion, right still to this day. In your sight, saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth, right still to this day. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down with rock, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. Verse 26, and they shall not take of thee a stone from the corner, nor a stone from the foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 27, set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, calling together against her the kings of Asherah and Askenaz, and appoint a captain against her, causing horses to come up as a rough cavalry. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 28. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, right, the Russians. It says, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, all the lands of his dominion. Jeremiah 51 verse 29. It says, the land shall tremble, and sorrow for every purpose. For the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon to make the land Babylon a desolation without habitations. Jeremiah 51 verse 30. It says, the mighty man of Babylon has gone to fight, they remain their holes, the blood has failed. They become as smoke, they have her dwelling place, our bars are open. So yeah, once again, we continue to be in the spirit of shutting down modern day Babylon work as we continue to see it crumbling and fall down so more than ever, especially this modern day Babylon system, you know. And it's a beautiful thing to witness that and see it and prophesy against it as well too. It's like prophesy, oh, we ain't seen this in modern day times, you know. Hey, the water get out for that, you know. Now for to get into that Ezekiel. Got this prophet Ezekiel 30 verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me saying, prophet Ezekiel 38 verse 2, it says, son of man, set thy face against God and God, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, and prophesy against him. Right, so we're prophesying against the bear, which represents the Russian of Gog and Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal. Just like we're prophesying against modern day Mount Seir. You know, we're prophesying against you know, Gog and Magog, and the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal as well too. While we're chanting down Babylon as well too, while we're prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and a pestilence. You know, this is the prophet Ezekiel. Salakia. We got the prophet Ezekiel 38 verse 3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, right still to this day. The prophet Ezekiel 38 verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth from all thy armies, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company of bucklers and shields, and all of them having swords. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to continue to put that hooks and backs to the jaws of these Russians to be in that warlike mindset. That's why we've seen the Russia-Ukraine situation being intensified. We've been seeing NATO versus Russia. That's going to continue to increase. So you got Belarus and Russia, which is they military alliance been strengthening ever since then. You know, ever since you had that, I'd say like 2.5 weeks ago, you had the president of Belarus made that announcement that they recently got the formally announced from Russia that they recently had their nuclear capability been sent over there to Belarus, and Russian troops been sent over there as of lately as well too, and they've been they've been testing their nuclear capability, firing off their nuclear capability. And as I believe Vladimir Putin recently had another meeting with the president of Belarus to further more of the nuclear drills and nuclear launching the missiles that they've been doing as of lately. That's why we're seeing NATO, NATO been increasing against Belarus and Russia as well too. As you've been seeing, Russia been doing that nuclear exercise drills. They've been sending that nuclear warning to the nations, and that's what we're gonna come into the Western nations as of lately. So that makes perfect sense. That goes into the wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. We're going to continue to see that increase in World War IV. So that makes perfect sense because Russia, they over there in Syria as well too, teaming up with Syrian arms going against the IDF, and that's what that's going to be. Ezekiel the 38th chapter going into. They're going to be targeting the IDF, which is the Israel Defense Force. So while we're seeing the Russian-Ukraine situations heating up, we're seeing this heating up over there in Western Asia as well too as of late. So we're going to continue to see that increase, and it's going to expand. It's going to show forth more and more. And we read that again. This is the prophet Ezekiel 30 verse 4. It says, "I'm going to turn you back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I'm bring you forth all thy armies, horses, all of them broken horses, armor, even their great number, broken shields, like them swords." Right. So Russia is going to continue to do their nuclear capability. You've had that recent nuclear exercise drills over there. Russia went over there in the land of Ham, those Kushites over there. So they're going to be a guard to them as well too. And then you've been seeing Russia been doing a lot of military activities, different places, around the world, especially over there in the Black Sea. You've been having escalations that heating up over there in the Black Sea as well too. Like a couple of weeks ago, you had an airstrike from the Ukrainian targeting the Russians, over there in that area as well too. So the escalation's been heating up outside the Russia-Ukraine situation. So it's going to escalate different parts around the world as well too, rather than only the Russia-Ukraine situation. So that's what's going into that Ezekiel 38 verse 4. As the Heavenly Father continue to put that hooks and back into the jaws of these Russians, which represents the bear of Gog and Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal. This is Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 5. Yeah, Ezekiel 38 verse 5. It says, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with all of them will shield of him. Right, so these are the nations of Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. All of them going to be fully equipped with shield of helmet in these times. This is Ezekiel 30 verse 6. It says, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tugboat of the North Quarters, and all his bands need to be with him. Right, especially with the ongoing escalations over there in Western Asia, throughout Iraq, throughout Syria. The Turkish armies against the Kurdistan armies. That's only going to continue to increase. That's why Gomer and all his bands, they're going to be with them over there in that area. As we continue to see the escalation and uptick of the cross-border conflicts of Iraq, Syria, between the Turkish armies and Kurdistan armies, because they've been clashing against one another ever since, I would say, since 1982 all the way to now. So it's going to increase more and more because you've been having the pro-Kurdistan armies, which is the YPG and the PKK, they have pro-Kurdistan against the Turkish armies, of Gomer. So that's only going to increase the increase of cross-border conflict over there in Western Asia. So continuing on, go to the next verse. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 7. It says, Be thou prepared for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a guard unto them. Right, so Russia is going to continue to be a guard unto these nations. Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey over there in Western Asia. So it's only going to increase and it's going to expand more and more and more. We're going to see Russia is going to be a guard unto these nations. And that's what we're seeing is in progress as we speak. So it's going to be more escalations heating up over in Western Asia. Many different nuclear escalations and tensions between the different nations and different kingdoms are heating up over there. While we're seeing the Russia-Ukraine, it's going to increase as well too. Then we're going to continue to see the ongoing increasing of the rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, between the nations over there battling out of nuclear escalations and tensions are increasing. More conversations are building up of that as of late. So we're going to see EU versus NATO, Russia versus NATO. So all these going to increase as I span upon that already. It's, yeah, it's Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 8. It says, after many days thou shalt be busy, in 11 days thou shalt be, thou shalt come into the land of thy that all ways which were last month in application, they have will safety of all. This is the prophet Ezekiel 30, verse 9. And thou shalt ascend and come up like a storm, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover land. Thou all thy bands and many people with thee. This is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord, power not power. It shall also come to pass in the same time. Shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think a evil thought. The prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land upon all villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates. The prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 12, it reads, to take a spoil and to take a prey, and turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, upon the people that are gathered after the nations, which I have gathered cattle and good, that dwell in the midst of the land. Verse 13, Sheba to Dan and the merchants of Tarshish, and all the young lions thereof shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil, have thou gathered thy company, to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, and take away cattle and good, and take away great spoil. This is Ezekiel 30, verse 14, it reads in the Holy Scriptures. Therefore, son of man, say unto God, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, that in that day that my people of Israel dwell safely, thou shalt not know it. Right, so those Amalekites, they're not going to dwell safely. Those Israelites, they're not going to dwell safely. The actual Israelites, they're going to dwell safely. It says, Ezekiel 30, verse 15, it said, thou shalt come to God's wide place after your parts, without many people with you, and all that ride upon horses and great multitude, and they not coming. The prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 16, and thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as the clouds of the land, and it shall be in the latter days, when I will bring thee against my land that people be with, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before thy eyes. Verse 17. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, art thou doing what I have spoken in old time by my servants and prophets, by our forefathers of Israel, which prophesied in those days and years, that I will bring thee against them. The prophet is 1144 called upon Yahweh of Israel. The prophet Ezekiel 30, verse 18, and it shall come to pass, and at the same time when God shall come into the land of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh, that my fear shall come upon my face. The prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 19, it said, for my jealousy and the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Ezekiel 38, verse 20. So the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heavens, and the beasts of the field, and all creeping things that are upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be blown down, and the steps placed shall fall, and every wall shall fall into the ground. This is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 21. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord Yahweh, thy power, and every man's sword shall be against his brother. Verse 22. And I will plead against him with the lessons in the blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, that overflow in rain, with great hailstones and fire and brimstone. The prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 23. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself. I will be known among the nations, and they shall know that I am the Lord and how my God. The prophet Ezekiel 39, verse 1 reads, therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against God, which we're doing right now. It's like our forefathers did. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, right, represents the Russian of air. Ezekiel 39, verse 2, it says, and I will turn thee back into the six parts, and I will cause thee to come up from the four parts, and I will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel. Ezekiel 39, verse 3, and I will smite thy bow at thy left hand, and I will cause thy arrows to fall at thy right hand. This is the prophet Isaiah 17, verse 1. It says, the burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be as one heap. Right, that's what we're seeing over there in Syria. Syria is taken away from being a city, and it shall be as a ruined heap. Especially, with the ongoing cross-border conflicts with the Israel Defense Force and the Syrian armies using airstrikes over there in that area. So you got both nations clashing it out against one another. Even though it's been going on quite a while, ever since 2015 all the way to now, So we're going to see it escalate more and more. That's why we're seeing Damascus is taken away from being the city and should be Israel or evil. So it's that war zone torn country over there in that area. So it's only going to continue to increase, because you got the pro-Iranian groups over there. You got the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps over there as well too. And then you got the Syrian armies that's cooking up with the Russian armies as well too, targeting the Israel Defense Force and its allies as well too. You get to that Jeremiah 51 verse 46. And that's why we're seeing in Ezekiel 38 chapters in that. Hawashaya Shalom Alba Shemel Shah Barakatah Yor Shalom. This is the prophet Jeremiah. Prophet Jeremiah 51 and verse 46, and it reads. It says, least your heart faint, fear for the Lord that should be heard in the land, and a one should come up 1 year, and after that another year should come a woman. Bonds of the land, whether against women. Right, so we can see the increase in wars, women's wars, nation against nation, and woman that year after that, and another woman after that. Now we're starting to see the increasing of violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Just like it was in the prophets of old during their times. Now we're seeing this in modern day times as well too. Now it's starting to be shown forth. Now it's starting to increase. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3. Prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? Us Israelites, from our ancestors and forefathers on the way down to us. We represent Judah and Jerusalem, the Israelites." This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. And I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Al Shaphat. That's what we're seeing over there in Western Asia. It says, "And I will plead with them for my people, and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Right? Because the scripture says Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles be fulfilled. And and that's what we're seeing. And you got those three nations over there, part of the first land, even still to this day. But we see you got the idea of the Hittites over there, you got the small Hatters, you got the Ishmaelites over there. So those three different nations that I just mentioned, they basically just battle over the land that's belonging to them, even though Jerusalem was in here before the relation. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "They have cast lots of the people, right, the Israelites. They have given a boy for a harlot, and so they gird for wine that they might drink." Right, we must get wine during those times. And so they have the Father, he's the ancient of days. He doesn't change. He said remains the same, because he required that which is past as well too, and what's taking place currently as well too. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 4. It says, "Ye would have you to do a meal, Tyre and Zion, like those Hamitic nations, and all the coast of Palestine, those Ishmaelites. Will you run to me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, then I will turn your recompense upon your own head." Right, so that recompense is definitely come upon their own head. These Ishmaelites, these Hamites, these Amalekites and these Edomites. Like it says, Psalms 83 and verse 1 to verse 7. They had conspired against the children of Israel, mentally, physically, financially. Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. The stranger that within thee should get above the very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That's just a prime example. So that recompense is ultimately come upon their own head, what they did to the children of Israel, from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us in modern day times. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5. It said, "Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and carried them into your temple, my good and present things." Right, the apple of the Lord's eye, heavenly Father's people, from our ancestors and forefathers all the way down to us. We are the apple of the Lord's eye. This is, even though we're doing evil, and wickedness inside the heavenly Father, we still his people. The scripture says, "Have the heavenly Father for the cast away his people, Yahweh forbid," because he's only in the midst of his people. Even though we're going off doing evilness and wickedness in his sight, we jacking each other up and stuff like that, but we still his people. Even though he's coming back for the remnant of his people, like it says in Isaiah 11 chapter. But I just want to add a side note to that. But continuing on, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "The children also of Judah, the children of Jerusalem, had ye sold unto the Grecians." Right, the Grecians, those are the Edomites. Because at first, over there in Greece, the original inhabitants of that area was the Japhetic people, which was they so-called melanated people, dark-skinned people, before due to the colonization and taking over and stuff like that. So the Grecians, they're gonna what they did to them, they're gonna pay for what they did to the children of Israel, having the children of Israel in captivity as well too, Judah and Jerusalem as well too. This is this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 6. It says the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem. It says, had ye so unto the Grecians that you might remove them far from their border. Right, we've been removed far from our border still to this day. That's why the scripture says, Hosea 1 verse 10, Israel should be as the sand of the sea. That shows you those Amalekites and those small hatches claiming to be us. That shows you they only small in number, statistic wise. That's why this is our rising up against these small hatches. Hey, that's a beautiful thing. Walking out of Israel for that. That shows you they're not the people. They're not the ancient Israelites. They're not the modern Israelites. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 7. It said, behold, I will raise them up out of the place you have sown from them. I will turn and recognize them on your head. So the Amalekites, the Edomites, these Hamites and Ishmaelites, and all the nations took hand in hand of the children of Israel's downfall. That recompense that's upon their own head ultimately. Like it says, Obadiah 1 verse 15. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 7. It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Samaritans, until people from all the world have spoken. But very soon the children of Israel, they're going to be the head, and the nations, they're going to be the tail, they're going to serve the children of Israel, just like we had served them, and just like our ancestors and forefathers had served them, and all the way down to us in these modern day times. That's going to come back towards them. They're going to be in the hands of the children of Judah. They're going to sell them to the Samaritans, which is the modern day Yemenis people. So people fall off from the Lord and how I have spoken. Now, according to our understanding, according to the Holy Scriptures, and according to the Heavenly Father, thus saith the Lord, how the Heavenly Father, how has spoken. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, the billboard. Wake up the mighty men, not all the men in war, draw near. Before when I had woke up early this morning, I had to sit down lesson. I believe as of Sunday, you had the representations from the United States, Japan, and South Korea. They had another trilateral meeting, which they did previously, and as of recently, they said they had agreed to do a trilateral military exercise, to build up that nuclear capability over there, to build that nuclear capability over there, the ongoing tensions that they have between North Korea. Over there in the Korean Peninsula, North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. And then you had that recently military stealth exercise drills from South Korea and the United States as of recently. And then, like a day after that, you had North Korea fired off, I would say, some short-range ballistic missiles. And then a couple of days after that, they had launched 10 missiles over there in the eastern shores of Japan. And then this comes within the last week. You had, I believe, representations from Japan. They sent out a announcement from the intercom saying it was a potentially of a nuclear threat, which would have been happening previously, and have been taking place as of recently as well too. From previously and as recently as well too. That shows you that the tensions are heightening, are increasing between North Korea versus South Korea. And then you have North Korea, South Korea, Japan, the United States. And you had North Korea, I would say like a couple of days ago, they had something like 500 or 600 gas balloons or something like that, which I don't know what's that all about. Because they did that previously. You've been seeing that as recently as well too. Because I believe you had South Korea, it was a news article that came out a couple of days ago as well too. About North Korea was planning on to launch a military spy satellite to building up their nuclear capability. And South Korea was kind of angry about that. And keep this in mind, like I would say a couple of months ago, you had North Korea and South Korea. They had departed from each other from the 2018 military pact deal. Ever since they withdraw from that, tensions have been increasing ever since then between North Korea and South Korea. So we're going to continue to see that increase over there in the Korean Peninsula. It's going to increase more and more, especially what's taking place over there in the South China Sea. You got China versus Taiwan, as China building up their military presence increasingly now, so more than ever from the previous years and as of recently as well too. So they're going to continue building up their nuclear capability. And keep this in mind, as of last week, Once the president of over there in Taiwan, when he was newly elected, he had the representation from China was saying that you had this. I believe he knew the newly elected president from Democratic Party. They were saying he's a dangerous separatist. You know, that's why we're going to be seeing escalation heating up even more now, so more than ever. This new elected president over there in Taiwan. So that's just only going to stir up more escalations between China versus Taiwan. But you still, China still got that one China policy. They feel Taiwan is still as one of them. Even though Taiwan separated from China ever since 1959, ever since then the escalation's been heating up ever since then because under that one China policy. And the United States is kind of against that because you got China and Taiwan and the United States is increasing, building up unofficial allies with one another, economical allies and military allies as well too. So they're going to continue to have. So you're going to have Taiwan and the United States rising up against China as we continue Taiwan been monitoring the situation from the United States armies and the Taiwanese armies. They've been doing lately the latest military exercise drills what Taiwan recently did as well too, like a couple of weeks ago. The ongoing tensions they have towards China as China continue building up their military presence over there, right over there in the red line, intermediate line area, as they getting closer and closer, pushing forth towards invading, Taiwan and the United States. They gotta have to get involved in that as well too, because this latest bill that I believe the United States had military aid assistance, and Taiwan was caught up at. I believe they gave them an additional like $4 or $5 million, $1 plus billion military aid assistance, and that Patriot missile defense system, and recent soldiers of the United States have been deployed over there as of lately as well too, from the previous years and as of recent, to help train the Taiwanese soldiers, having them for the military assistance, military equipment, and that's what we've been seeing as of lately. So what's taking place over there in the South China Sea? We're going to continue to have China building up their military presence as they're getting closer and closer, slowly but surely, getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan. And that's going to escalate a war right there as well too. And the United States, they're going to have to get involved in that. Just like the disputed territory islands over there, not too far from the South China Sea, we got China versus the Philippines. I believe it was a news article that just came out. I was scrolling, and it caught my attention. I was scrolling through it, and then you had some type of armored military vehicle from the Philippines. Especially with the ongoing tension they have between China. But you got the Philippines, you got Australia, and the United States. They all allies. And I believe they had, I would say, as of last month or a month and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't sit down and listen to them. You had a trilateral military meeting between the nations of, I believe, Japan, Philippines, and the United States as well too, to continue building up their military cooperation, the ongoing disputed territorial islands escalations that they have with China, because they look at China as a big building, and then you got these other Asian countries, the Moabites and the Japhetic people, they want to have claim over that disputed territorial island of that as well too. So we're going to see increasing escalations heating up of that matter as well too. And then you got the Russia-Ukraine situation, which I touched on that already, as I brought out Ezekiel the 38th chapter through verse 39. And Joel the 3rd chapter is in full effect as we're speaking. Which I'm reading right now. So that's only going to continue to increase. Belarus versus Russia. Belarus and Russia together versus NATO, EU versus NATO. That's only going to continue to increase. The Azerbaijan-Armenia situation, Venezuela versus the Guyana, that situation is going to escalate once again, even though it's been cooled down a little bit for the past couple of months. Expecting for that increase. The Azerbaijan-Armenia situation been cooling down, even though they've been having protests, even though they had some type of agreement to like some village agreement or something like that. But that's not going to stop the uproars, the protests of the citizens over there blocking aid over there, which they've been doing as of the past 2 years and as of recently as well too. So expect all these escalations, these different nuclear escalations and tensions rising up between the different nations and different kingdoms. It's only going to increase. And then you had a new escalation been heating up I mean, a news article that I just brought out as well too. I did a sit down lesson before I woke up this morning. You had a new escalation. Another escalation been heating up once again over there in southern Lebanon, which is the Houthi rebels is over there in that area. As we've been seeing, escalation's been heating up ever since last year of October the 18th all the way into now. Because you had, I believe, you had the Israeli Defense Force used airstrike over there and claim the lives of like 15 to 20 plus people over there in that area. And then the Hezbollah, they use a barrage of missiles, which they've been doing previously. They use another extremely barrage of missiles from Friday morning to evening all the way into Saturday as well too, as the late as the latest as well too. So we're gonna continue to see that increase. This is Joel. So this is Joel. Yeah, this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, claim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. It says, wake up the mighty men, not all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. So as I was illustrating that, what's the increasing of the nuclear escalations or tensions are building up between the different nations and different kingdoms. We're going to see that increasing more and more. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and thunder bits of the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. Right, so we're going to continue to see the increasing of these nuclear. We're going to continue to see the nuclear escalations and tensions between the different nations and different kingdoms are going to rise up against one another. And then you're going to see these nations are in that warlike mindset. They're building up their nuclear capability. They got the military finances. We're going to see that more and more increase. They're rising up against their adversaries, and that's what we're seeing. We're going to continue to see increase more and more in these times. So as we get into that Joel 3 verse 10, and let the weak say I'm strong, we're going to see that increase more and more in these times. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares and the swords and the bits and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come all you, and gather yourselves together round about, because I might have come down on both houses. But as Heavenly Father continues to gather the nations up over and without the most effect, the house shall slowly but surely, he's going to jack those nations up as well too. Joel chapter 3 verse 13. That's why he's quick to them for his people, for his heritage, Israel, and they have scattered among the nations, but they're part of his land still to this day. That's why Scripture says Jerusalem should be tried down. Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles be filled. That's going to be a controversy in society. Yeah, I'm sleeping just this is Joel. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "Look, the signal for the heart is ripped." It says, "Come eat down, the press is full, and the fast will flow, for the wicked is great." Prophet Joel 3, verse 14. It reads. It says, "Multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near the valley of decision." Right, so the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision, valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shabbat, over there in Western Asia. As I mentioned again, as the Heavenly Father continues to slowly but surely gather the nations up over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, that's what we're seeing. And that's a beautiful thing to witness that, and to prophesy about as well too. Hey, the water Yahweh of Israel, This is Joel chapter 3, verse 14. It says, multitudes and multitudes and valley of decision, but the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Joel chapter 3, verse 15. It says, the sun and the moon will be dark, the stars shall shine with draw their shine. Joel 3, verse 16. It says, the Lord Yahweh also roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord Yahweh shall be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. Joel 3, verse 17. So ye know that I am the Lord Yahweh, your power, dwelling in Zion, to Zion. It says, my holy mountain, and shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Joel 3, verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down in new wine, and with its hills shall flow the milk, and all the rivers shall, Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountains shall come from all the house of the Lord Yahweh, and shall enter and not be shifted. Joel 10 verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the flocks against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Joel 10 verse 20. It said, but Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem for generations of generations. This is Joel 3 verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelling in Zion. Right, Zion to Zion, which is the alignment for the children of Israel, which is us. We are the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, of the respective 12 tribes of Israel from the north kingdom and the southern kingdom. So once again, Heavenly Father, He's only in the midst of His people. Because the Scripture says, "How the Heavenly Father cast away His people, Yahweh forbid." That's why He's gathered the nations over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, pleading for His people, for His heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of His land still to this day. That's why once again, I wanted you to want to mention it again for the third or fourth time. So it's likely for that Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles be fulfilled, and that's what we're seeing over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Now I'm going to bring up that Isaiah 11 verse 10, the Heavenly Father's coming back and bringing up His people. This is Isaiah. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, this is the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 1. It says, there shall come forth rod out the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. Isaiah 11 verse 2. It says, in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him, in the spirit of wisdom, in the understanding, in the spirit of counsel, and might, in the spirit of knowledge, and in the fear of the Lord Yahweh, my power. Isaiah 11 verse 3. Reads, it says, and he shall make him of a quick understanding, fear the Lord Yahweh, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Isaiah 11 verse 4. With the righteousness shall come, the judge pour and reproof with iniquity for the meek of the earth, and he shall smite the earth with a rod out of his mouth, and with the branch of his lips, and they shall slay the wicked. This is Isaiah 11 verse 5. It says, and the righteous shall be gird his loins and faithfulness and the gird of his loins. Isaiah 11 verse 6. The wolf shall also dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall bear them. Verse 7. And the cows and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the young lion shall eat straw like the ox. Isaiah 11 verse 8. And the second of the child shall play on bowls of the asap, and the wing of the child shall put his hand on the carcass then. Isaiah 11 verse 9. Then shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of knowledge, and of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. Isaiah 11 verse 10. And it says, in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people, and it shall the Gentiles see, his rest shall be glorious. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again to recover the record of his people. There shall be a left for Syria, and for Egypt, and for Paphos, and for Cush, and for Egypt, and for Shapar, and for Mount the sea. The prophet Isaiah 11 verse 12. He shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Right, especially Judah, because Judah is not only just in one place. He's been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. From the tribe of Judah, men, women, and children, of the Israelites, of the top tribe of Judah. The outcasts of Israel, and the dispersed of Judah as well too, because Heavenly Father is going to gather His people back together. He's coming back from the remnant of His people, as I'm reading Isaiah the 11th chapter. And continue on. This is Isaiah 11 verse 13. It says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversary of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Right, so Judah and Ephraim, they're not going to envy and vex one another no more. They're going to come back together as that one stick, from the northern kingdom into the southern kingdom of the top tribes, other respectable top tribes of Israel. This is Isaiah 11 verse 14. It says, they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together, and they shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Amish from Beta. The prophet Isaiah 11, verse 15. It says, and the Lord Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian, with his mighty wing shall shake his hand from the rivers, and shall smite the seven strings, and came over the rock shore. This is the prophet Isaiah 11, verse 16. There shall be a highway for the remnant of his people. There shall be a level of the sea, like as it was in Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt. Right, so once again, Heavenly Father's coming back for the great purpose of people, 12 tribes of Israel from the northern kingdom of Southern. I don't know rock side that we partake or be part of it. Lord willing, I'll go rock side. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and close out this camp. For the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua out here on the highways and hedges of Chief West Concourse on this June the 2nd, 2024. On this June the 2nd, 2024, on this Sunday morning/noon. Rocky Habash Yahushua, for giving us an increasing opportunity chance to come out and do so. Lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahushua and Shalom to the Barakatham to the elders, Ma'akim, and I say Shalom. Show with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to. Say Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Karkadash, and the Heavenly Father, the true names of Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Hashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadas, the tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Ma'akim, Ma'akraf. Until next time, I will say Kwame Asherala and Shalom.